Recording. This is John here with a video to show you this. Let me back up. This 5-piece kit. This is a. It's called Purecussion, and it's by Worldmax. Now, don't think it's the rims, those collapsible shallow drums. These are full-size kits that were made about 20 years ago. Walt Johnson at Worldmax told me about these. Made about 20 years ago. I'm not sure how many they made. They only made about 50 at a time. These are high quality Keller maple shells. Okay, I'm going to walk you through this kit and tell you what we're looking at here. 10 lug. These all have sugar cube lugs as well, even though the bass drum lugs are a little bit different. 10 lug snare drum, and it's missing a few parts, like sugar cubes. Any kind of part any small little part that's missing on this kit. There's very little that's missing, but just a handful of things can be bought brand new at Worldmax. Okay, I'm going to try to give you a good shot here. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, quality of this wood. I'll jump right in here before I lose my battery here. There's the bass drum shell. Alright. This is just beautiful, beautiful wood. I'm not surprised they did this kind of thing. Just a good shot of the shell of the bass drum. These have the hardware. It's Worldmax hardware. It's nothing special, but I understand it's decent quality. I don't think Worldmax puts anything out that's crap, you know. It's my understanding. Nice vent hole there. I'm going to walk you through each drum in a moment. There are two different arms. I can't recall which ones went to this kit. You can have your choice of which ones. This is one pair, front and back. Here's another pair, front and back. I honestly do not recall which ones went with this kit, so I'll give you your choice. Here's the throw off on the snare. You need a new head and maybe a new wire, but I believe the bottom head is just fine. But you may want to put all new heads on this. Original Purecussion heads are on here, which may work for Rezos, but I would rehead the whole darn thing because these shells are very much worthy of it. Okay, a little bit of rash here on this tom, missing vent hole. This is the 10 by 12. Is that right? 10 inches deep. Previous owner. I haven't done anything with this thing. You know, previous owner even had this mounted upside down, but you need one rim here on this 12. Just a couple nicks. Okay, on this tom. Let me show you that. Okay. Shot of the interior here. Alright. These all have the Pearl ISS mounts. Okay. Including the 4-tom. This is 12, 13, 16. Depths, I believe, are going to be, I believe that's 10 inches deep. This is probably 11 inches deep. I'm not sure on that. I'll have the exact specs in writing. Legs on the bass drum. You've seen much of the bass drum already. Legs on the bass drum are very, very solid. Okay. Let me give you a good shot of those. As you can see, this just needs to be cleaned up. You're going to need one bass drum hoop. One bass drum hoop. It's this one right here. A little bit of rash right there, which I believe is the bottom where the bass drum pedal went. Really nice stained, lacquered. You're going to need one of those. I just noticed there is a little bit of damage. I have no idea how it got there. Don't even recall if that was there. on the bass drum shell right here. Don't even recall if this was the case when I bought it or not. Probably just do a glue and a clamp job, and you're probably good to go on this. Don't see no large mass of any material missing or anything like that. Okay, let me give you a shot of this. Alright, backing plate on that. Hopefully this is working out well. My battery's going dead on me. Onto the floor tom. By the way, you got a vent hole. These vent holes that you get, this one's on the bass drum. See the kind right there, you see. These are the ones that Worldmax sells. Alright, we also have one of these on the floor tom as well. I think that tom is the only missing one. Yeah, there's just one missing on one of the toms. Okay, so the condition, I need to show you, there's one thing up there, tom rash on the top of the bass drum. I need to show that to you. Okay. This is certainly not collector's grade, it's player's grade. I was going to actually cut down the shells and play the heck out of this thing, because it's a great example of a modern classy kit, because it's going to be super classy when it's done, no doubt about that. A little bit of rash right there. These are beautifully stained and lacquered shells. Do not know the history of this kit. Yeah, nothing here, but just needs to be cleaned up. Again, ISS, 3 of these mounts for more stability. I would even go with the rims mount, you know, around the hoop. Different style. I don't like the ISS mounts. Toms are okay, but I don't like to use them pretty much at all. So there's one nick right there, one nick right here, one right there. I believe that's it. Maybe one right there. Yeah. So, you know, 3 or 4 on the floor tom. Here's the 13. Yeah, a nick here and there. So this is a player's kit, folks, but it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Okay, let me come out a little bit. I will have a list of parts. A little nick right there. That will be needed from Worldmax. I'm sure what I'm saying is you can get all that from Worldmax. Let me show you the bottom here, maybe a little more insight on that shell. These beautiful shells again. Okay. So it is what it is. I can't think of anything else I need to share with you here. Again, 12, 13, 16, 14, and 22. The bass drum, I'm not sure the depth. It's pretty deep. I think it's going to be a little more than 14, but we'll find out when I finally get this measuring tape out. 10 lug bass drum as well, folks. So we're looking at 10 on the snare drum, 10 on the bass drum. 4 and 4, 6 and 6 on the toms, and the floor tom has 8. I think that pretty much covers it. He was sure to make sure, when I talked to Walt Johnson, he was sure to make sure that I understood that these were very good quality drums. Like I said, 20 years ago, about approximately, that's putting us in the early 90s. Keller shells, I believe these are all maple Keller shells. He did confirm that for me. So there we go. Oh, one last thing. Original Purecussion by Worldmax. Black head, and there's no hole on this. Someone tried to start using it there as a batter. These people. Anyways, I would cut a hole right in there and make it the front one if I was owning this kit. Or I'd slap a little nice white head on there. But there we go, folks. Come on out. And Purecussion by Worldmax. Thank you. Have a good day.